In my opinion, the Fantastic Four costumes in Fantastic Four First Steps are just about perfect, but what if they could be worse? Huh? Do you want to see worse outfits? Do you want to see potentially better outfits? I don't know. We got different opinions, but that's what we're going to talk about in here because we got a bunch of concept art that shows us very different costumes. So let's get to that. So yeah, in this video, we're just going over recently released concept art for Fantastic Four First Steps, which is good to talk about as I always love talking about concept art. So let's get into the first piece we have here, which comes at us from the one and only frequent Marvel Studios artist Ryan Manering, who, hits us with this piece right here. So again, here's the full image. I am going to zoom in just so we can talk about the details. So yeah, this is sort of like the final approach, right? Like close to the final look that they would get. Obviously, concept art is a developmental process where you add things, eliminate things. You have a process of getting to the final version that shows what you went through. And this is clearly towards the final versions we would get on film. And obviously, there's subtle changes if you really pay attention, but that's not here nor there. This is getting to that, right? But there are earlier and alternative takes on it. So for example, here's another picture. You can see that Mr. Fantastic is slightly elongated. The Thing obviously looks like the comics. You got Human Torch. These are more or less the same outfits. I'm not sure if they're darker here with the blue just because the way they're drawn or whatever, or if that's just the color he used to kind of make them pop a little bit more. Whatever the case is, it's pretty cool to see. But this is really the one that's getting the most attention. So as you can see, if you look at like Ben Grimm's legs, you can see that it's got these, not the standard Marvel lines, but it's got these like poofy looking lines. I can't really explain it. And then if you look at the white on the rest of the Fantastic Four, Reed, Sue, and Johnny, you see how the lines are going down their body and how they pop a little bit more. They got these rounded edges on the white. They're definitely interesting, but I'm not going to lie to you and say I like them. As a matter of fact, I would go as far as saying I hate them. Maybe hate is a strong word, but when I zoom in, you guys see what I mean about how there's like these weird circles rounding things off and just so many more unnecessary lines, more than normal when it comes to Marvel Studios, which, again, I think they realized that this was maybe over-designed and just too much going on. And that's not to say they couldn't have used a version of this, but I understand why they ultimately ditched this and went with what we got, which to me makes me look at the original initial reveal of the suits, and you kind of see the evolution that they were going for when they revealed that first poster. We do also have a shot of Galactus talking to the Fantastic Four. This scene right here, for me in the film, in my opinion, one of the best scenes in any comic book film ever. I plan to do a deep dive into that, so stay tuned. And then another shot right here, you can obviously tell that Sue is pregnant. But again, slightly different suits right here with what we ended up getting and what they ended up going with. Again, neither here nor there. Not really the biggest fan of it, but it's pretty good looking overall, I would say. So there we go, some more concept art of how the suits were developed. I will just say the final end result suits are absolutely perfect in my opinion. They're not overly designed, they got some of those lines, but what we end up getting is pretty much what I was like hoping for, the best case scenario, So there it is. I can't wait to see till we get more concept arts that are radically different, which will inevitably be in that art book they're going to release. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.